another check of your Fox 47 forecast.
Fox 47 meteorologist Brian Bachman back with a look at your forecast on this Thursday evening. Getting into your weather headlines for tonight, an isolated storm remains possible. No severe weather is expected on the order of what we saw last night, but a few of us could pick up some downpours on what will be an otherwise clear night outside of any of those storms. That chance for an isolated storm will actually then persist into Friday and as far out as Saturday morning as we get the last legs of an impulse of energy coming through the region, and all of that then paving the way for the heat wave we've been talking about beginning this weekend, and it looks like it'll go through at least Tuesday with a stretch of highs in the low to mid 90s. A Doppler radar across our neighborhoods for this evening, so far in good shape, overwhelmingly clear with plentiful sunshine breaking out for the majority of us. But as you can see here, we look a little closer towards Shiawassee County. We have this cluster of small thunderstorms moving anywhere from Saginaw to Chesaning, and some of these spilling over into Shiawassee County headed directly toward Owasso. It looks like these will stay north of you in Perry based on the way they're tracking southeast, but another of these small cells that we see north of Clinton County may stray in toward locations around St. John, say in about the next half hour to 45 minutes. And then northwest of there, we're watching a cluster of thunderstorms over Lake Michigan. These do appear to be losing some steam out over the water. We'll see what they ultimately do as they move back in over the relatively warm land surface, but just a reason to keep an eye on the sky if you will be out and about this evening, but nothing I think you need to cancel or change any plans over. Most of these riding in along a cold frontal boundary that's draped just north of the region here tonight. We're not expecting it to sink south through the area, but it's just these waves of instability that may break away from it from time to time going into tomorrow and early Saturday. Following that, though, big high pressure heat dome building across the central United States. That is going to start to spread east once we get into the weekend and early next week. And just to give you a little preview of what's going to be coming our way, this big swath of temperatures in the 90s all the way into parts of South Dakota, Nebraska, all the way down into Texas. This is the air mass that's going to start to sweep in across the eastern U.S. and certainly here in Michigan with that at least 4-day heat wave looking likely here in our neighborhoods. But back to what we're tracking here on Futurecast for this evening. Again, a couple of spotty showers or a quick thunderstorm in some of our neighborhoods. Current forecast model has a lot of what's over Lake Michigan falling apart before reaching us, but I'm still not going to rule out a couple of downpours straying in across our neighborhoods before midnight. There is still that chance even into tomorrow morning, but like we said, outside of any isolated storms that do pop up tonight, skies will generally be clear. Otherwise, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies on the front end of the day tomorrow, then the chance for another isolated shower or storm in the afternoon and evening. Better odds, though, that we'll see some overnight storms into early Saturday morning and the potential for a larger cluster of storms to just skirt northeast of the area before sending us off into that drier and hotter weekend. For tonight, though, mostly clear skies, with an isolated chance of a storm possible. Low temp around 60 degrees. A little bit of the warmth and humidity creeping back in with a high of 83 in time for the first day of summer tomorrow. Then your stretch of 90s Saturday through Tuesday, and chances for storms coming back into the picture Tuesday through Thursday.